We have come quite a ways on the Marlin Model 100. Got the stock finished, got 5 coats of True Oil on it. It cleaned up really good, and I was really pleased with the final product here, and got most of the scars and marks out of the stock. And there's still a few little chips and bumps, and one there at the end, back at the butt of the stock that wasn't going to come out, and I didn't want to change the profile back there, so got it all cleaned up, all sealed up, so it's good for a while here, and turned out really good. I was really pleased. There are very few parts to this firearm. I'll show you here in just a second, but very happy that this got finished. I'll put the sling swivels, well, at least the studs for them in, and we'll get this finished up for my friend. It's really nice. I really appreciate. I have several good friends that allow me to do these restorations on their firearms. I appreciate their trust, and it's just enjoyable to bring one of these old guns back to life and breathe a little life into it. And a lot of these mean something to them, and I guarantee it means a lot to them because they were either gifts from a spouse or they came from parents, grandparents, and they mean quite a bit, and they're planning on passing them on down. So it's one of those things which I'm glad that they trust me to work on their firearms and to clean them up a little bit for them. I really appreciate that because that takes a lot of trust, and I do appreciate it. Appreciate my friend Wes helping me edit some of these videos, so hope you enjoy them. It's kind of interesting. On the Marlin 100, that's all the parts to the gun right there. If you watch me disassemble it and everything, and turned out really good. As we able to get the rust off. I did cold bluing on the trigger guard. That turned out really good. And then polished the bolt, and then used blue for just a bolt handle. I've seen them several different ways online. Several of them just had a polished bolt handle, but since that's going to be handled quite a bit, obviously I wanted to have some bluing on it to protect it. And kind of an interesting thing with the bolt, when I took it apart, the firing pin was actually seized in there. So I was glad that I could go ahead and get that relieved. And it's free floating now and having no issues at all, which is nice. It was kind of stuck in the fire position, so I was glad I was able to get that, but just very few basic parts. It's got a front and a rear sight, the trigger spring, trigger pin, butt plate, and the bolt and the trigger guard, and that's about it. The barrel came out good. I was kind of, first I didn't think it had that bad of rust, but it had some pits. It wasn't horrible, but wasn't able to get all of them out, but definitely was able to get this shined up quite a bit. Got it looking a whole lot better. It's not perfect. You can still see a little pitting around the end of the barrel there. I think this is from, I would guess, someone carrying it by the end of the barrel, and just hand oils will do that. And so I'll be drifting the sights back on and putting the trigger back in, getting it all put back together, then put the sling studs in it, and get her back to the owner. And once again, I appreciate him trusting me and allowing me to work on his firearm. Okay, and the finished product. It's hard to tell since the gun doesn't have a serial number, so I know it's prior to the 60s. It's hard to guess on what year this rifle is, but it's been around a while, and it came back together really well. No complaints at all. I think it looks really good. It cleaned up really good. I like the blued bolt. I polished the bolt and I blued the handle. I think that looks good. Works really, really smooth now with the bolt being polished. And it had just turned out really good. Now, I haven't put the swivels on it yet, so that was good. Starting to put the swivels on, and it seemed that the holes were a little small. I didn't want to crack the stock, so I drilled those out a little bit and then put the sling swivel studs in there. So if they want to put a sling on there, that'll work. The holes are already there, so we'll just go ahead and finish that up, finish that job. The trigger turned out really good. I re-blued it and re-blued the trigger guard and the barrel. Like I said, there's still some small pitting in there, but it still looks really, really good. So I was really happy on the way it came back together. Now, on the rear of the stock here, the butt plate, there's still some pitting and so forth, but that's okay. I mean, like I said, it's honest wear on it. It turned out good. Turned out nice and clean, and barrel's shiny now, and was able to go ahead and clean the bore and just clean the gun really well. As everyone knows, shooting .22, it gets kind of gummy and waxy. So anyway, got that all touched back up. I think the gun looks really good. Get one more shot of it here when I get the swivel studs in there, and then get it back to its owner. So, well, one more done.